Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Stardust podcast. It's taken me a little bit to film this one, but we're here. Here we are. For today's topic, I wanted to talk about how being an artist requires you to be in love with yourself. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because all year I've been having a really hard time loving myself, and this has significantly impacted my creativity because my executive functioning has been very low. Depression has had me gripped by the goddamn neck. And this dark period of my life has shown me how the state of your relationship with yourself impacts every single aspect of your life. Even my relationship with listening to music has been completely altered. I think because of my close proximity to the music industry, there's a fourth wall that's been broken for me. So I've been having a hard time listening to modern music. And because of this, I've found a lot of comfort in listening to older music, the Beatles specifically, because I discovered them at a young age because of a project that I had to do in technology class. We had to download a bunch of music. And I remember I was so stimulated by their songwriting, their sounds, and this is something that I very much resonate to this day and am very inspired by as a songwriter. And I was going through a really difficult period. There was a week in the first week of July was really dark for me. I was battling some dark thoughts, and there were two lyrics that really resonated with me that I want to share with you. So the first lyric is actually a John Lennon song, Beautiful Boy, and it's life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans. And this lyric resonated with me not because I related to it word for word. It's because it made me realize that I've been making no plans. So for me, life is what happens when you're busy feeling lost and sad. It became apparent to me that I haven't been living my life to the fullest. I've been grieving. This realization felt like a punch in the gut. The world has kept spinning while I've been busy grieving in my apartment. And another thing that made this even more apparent was a phone call that I had with someone that I shouldn't have been calling. And I broke down after this call because I realized that I haven't even had the emotional space to follow my dreams. My whole identity, my entire life, has been chasing my dreams of being an artist. Since I was a little girl listening to the Beatles, all I wanted to do was to be an artist. And I thought that I would have to spend the entirety of my life trying to make this dream happen. And life is full of surprises, and I found myself becoming an artist at the age of 17. By the time I was 17, it was all set for me. Like, I was doing the thing, and I've been doing the thing. And the universe has blessed me so much to allow my profession to literally be the thing that I have always dreamt to do, which is being an artist. My relationship with myself became so turbulent that I lost connection with that. When I was younger, I'd wake up ready to do whatever necessary to take a step closer to grow my career. It being put into perspective that 2026 has not consisted of me doing that was quite humbling. And it's motivated me to snap the hell out of it. I've been writing music since I was 15 years old. I'm 25 now, so that's 10 years of me working on my craft. And then all of a sudden, I experienced these losses that made me forget about that. That takes me to the next lyric that I want to share with you. This one is a Beatles song, Help. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now those days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. And now I find I've changed my mind, I've opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? Now I'm getting emotional. I got emotional. I've sung these lyrics so many times these past few days, these past few weeks, because it's helped me reflect on how I truly was so self assured. I was so independent until life smacked me across the face and showed me that I needed the assistance of others to keep going. I couldn't just continue doing things the way that I've been doing them in the past. I need to reach out to others. I need mentors. I need support. I need help. I need love. And the rejection that I've experienced this past year has made me feel like I wasn't good enough to even do the things that are good for me. And how can an artist grow and evolve in a headspace where they don't even believe that they're worthy of doing things that are good for them? You can't grow and evolve in that kind of energy. You know, a part of me is grateful that I've been going through these difficult times. I think a lot of internal subconscious things were surfaced by the losses that I experienced, things that I don't think I would have been able to unpack unless these things happened in my life. An artist that helps me remember how much I love creating and how much I love being an artist is Miss Rosalia. Every time I perceive her, whether it's singing, dancing, talking, her philosophies, she reminds me that you don't have to be perfect at something to do it. You just have to do it. And I've been finding myself looking in the mirror, talking to myself, and being like, you have to let yourself continue to be who you are, despite these losses that you've experienced. Because I've been defining myself by being dropped, by being broken up with internally. And it's transformed my life externally to the point where like I just found myself sitting in my room thinking about these things nonstop. And as I see things around me evolve, I just keep finding myself in this loop of feeling bad about myself, being stuck, not doing anything, and then perceiving an inspiring artist and being like, wait, life is not the negative things that have happened to me. Life is art. Literally, for me, life is all about making art. And I've needed to remember that. To allow my creative spark to continue to shine, I've had to examine the relationship that I've had with myself and completely transform it. I've had to break down the world that I constructed in the past and rebuild a stronger foundation with myself. And I want to end this episode with a quote by my favorite artist, Miss Rosalia. Si quieres decir algo, dilo. Si quieres hacer algo, hazlo. Hazlo pese al rechazo o el aplauso. So it doesn't matter what reaction you get, whether it's silence or an applause. If you want to do something, just do it. Do it because you want to. And I've been having to remind myself that being an artist requires me to love myself enough to do the things necessary to continue to evolve. And I have to do it as every version of myself. Doesn't matter what I'm feeling, doesn't matter what around me falls apart. I have to continue showing up for myself because I owe that to myself. And I also owe that to the people that benefit from my art. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for joining me in this episode. See you next time.